This episode is brought to you by Tabletop Dominion. If the antics of the circus have given you the desire to roll some dice of your own, head to tabletopdominion.com and use the code DESIRE10. Best among the ruins of Nona's Hold. We find an inn, we venture in. How is the cheese board down in Nona's Hold? Tales of the town are told. We try the cheese board down in Nona's Hold. Tales of the town are told. A desolate place, danger abound. What have we stumbled on here? A simple task, deliver it to make, but something's awry, I fear. Tales of the hold's curious occupier. Are the Hunt Lord's friend or foe in dice and desire?
The lords were cruel and unkind. They'd often ask guests up to the keep. Those guests wouldn't return. But I don't know what happened. They're still here. I've been fortunate enough not to see them, but the rumor is that they still roam around at night. We still hear things at night time. Still hear of screams in the night, and so it's just best all round. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's best all round that we just stick to the rumors and stick to what we've heard. And just keep everyone safe.
Okay. Thanks for that, Gil. I've got another question.
Really lightened the mood, didn't you?
Listen, if you'd come here first thing in the morning, we could have had a game of chess or something. We could have had a nice time. But nighttime is not the best place to be around here.
Gil, look at me. Look me in the eye. Look at me all up and down. Do you think?
Let me look you up and down.
Correct. Do you think...
Write that on the table.
Let me play with your bishop, baby. Make you take my pawn.
Do I look like I know how to play chess?
I didn't say that we play it very well. I don't know either, but...
You'd probably be good at it. You get to fell a queen.
I don't know what that means.
No.
Yes.
I have a question, Gil. Before I ask Gil the question, I've got a question for Nathan Peterson.
Oh, right, okay.
In my notes that I took all the way back on the 14th of December 2021, I've written here that we need to take the armour to Nona's Hold. This is the armour that we got from Gelrin. And I seem to have written the name Darthaniel Day-Lewis next to it. Is that...
I also have that note. Nathaniel D. Lewis, Hans Badge, innkeeper. Oh.
That is... Nathaniel Day-Lewis is in Everland.
Right.
The name that you are searching for here is
I've probably got it. Bear with me.
Let's see if Greg's got it
first. Not the Marchester family? No, that's in Silvery Moon, is it?
Yep.
Gowrin.
Amrath Molnabar.
That's the one.
I was going to say, Gowrin told us to take the armour to the hold, didn't he?
Yeah.
Amrath Molnabar. Yeah.
Gil, what brings us to Nona's Hold is that we've been tasked to deliver something to somebody who resides here. One would assume, based on the value of the item that we've been asked to deliver, that this would be a wealthy man. Where might we find a man of means? Does the name Amrath Molnabar mean anything to you?
He does indeed. He's the closest thing we've got to a leader around here. Certainly the face of a leader. He's up at the keep. Rumor has it if the hunt lords still do exist, then he is their right hand man.
So are you suggesting that he's what some people might call a bit of a wrong'un?
I don't deal with him particularly directly. He's up at the keep. He's the castellan. He's the closest thing we've got to a ruler. There's very few people living in this town anymore. Some have gone. Some have moved on in many different ways. But what's left is essentially any rules that we have in here come from him. And the keep is where the lords used to live.
And does he ever come down the pub?
Not that I've ever seen, no.
Whilst this is happening, Quinch is seen to be rummaging through his possessions for the empty vial, which he grabs. Gil, do you have a toilet I could use?
We have a privy around the back.
Is that outside?
It is, yeah.
Okay. Quinch grabs a small piece.
There is a direct door to it though at the back.
Oh,
you don't have to go all the way.
Right, fine. Quinch goes over there.
Yeah, you see a small sort of fire exit type door, leading you out to an outhouse that's about 20 foot away from the main building. Are you going there?
Yes.
Okay.
Krill leans over to Dabov and goes, Dabov, you may be aware that my writing skills aren't the best.
Right.
But I'd like to contribute to the poetry table. Would you mind etching something for me?
Go on. I'll just write whatever he says without even thinking.
Krill repeats the full lyrics to Proud Mary. Just the whole thing, the whole song. And if you could etch that into the table, that'd be wonderful. Thank you.
I assume there's enough room on the table to etch it in.
Yeah. So you. So I'm going to suggest that obviously Krill can't read. Dabov, you're looking amongst the table. You notice a few sort of spots that are bigger than most that you could fit something, a poem in. I've just sent to you via WhatsApp some as you're looking across some most of the poems are.
Is this just
fairly?
him?
Yeah, just to Luke. Most of the poems are sort of either in languages you don't speak or nonsensical. But I've just sent you a few poems that you might see on there if you're looking around it whilst you're writing.
It's going to take him a while to write it, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. Dweezil. So this conversation's been going between you and Gil, and he just says, "Look, I've ushered you in. I would feel much more comfortable if you didn't go back out there tonight. So I'm willing to keep you here for the night. We've got the room to take you as you can." And as he motions to the rest of the inn, you can just say you see two people. And he says, this is the entirety of our guests at the moment. These two people. So we've got plenty of room to keep you here rather than sending you off out into the night. Do you wish to stay here?
I need to speak to my friends, Gil. At my best, I am a very measured man, but I am also a man who is very aware of my own failings, and I am acutely aware that at my worst, I am a rash man, and the idea that there is some great evil out there that perhaps is doing damage to a town which, in the short time we've been here, it seems to be a town of good people. The rasher side of my personality is driving me to want to go outside and stab things. So I'll speak to my friends, Gil, and then I'll get back to you. But rest assured, if we stay, we will pay our way.
Thank you. Perhaps I can put you down for the rooms then, and then you can decide whether you stay. Like I say, I'd be very surprised. Anybody coming to town at this time of night is in danger of not making it. So the reality is, the rooms are yours.
Pencil it in.
Will do.
Quite likely. Yeah. What do you think then, lads? Do you want to stay over here and be safe, or do you want to go outside and fight things?
Krill's looking at Dabov and he goes, and then it goes rolling on the river. Sorry, Dweez. I think I heard you. I overheard you say something about going outside and stabbing things, and got incredibly excited.
I just think if there's some kind of unseen ancient force in this town,
Sounds like a bit of us, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, what we could do is we could just go straight to. I mean, it's about 9:30 now, is it?
Yeah, about that. You know, obviously, with everything that's been going on, it's about that 9:30, 10, something like that. You're getting to.
We could bob up to Amrat's, deliver the armor, or we could do that in the morning. Now, I'm putting it to you guys because I'm feeling like this is something that fight with the troll earlier on got my blood boiling a bit. We've been quite peaceful as of late, apart from when we killed all those zombie children, and then Gregomel murdered the dwarf boy.
He was already dead.
Yeah.
I just kicked him.
The fight with the giants was only about 5 days ago, really, wasn't it? So admittedly, we have had quite an action-packed couple of weeks, but I don't know. I really don't know.
Would you like me to answer you in the form of a poem that I've just written? Have you heard the news? The circus is in town. From a city so bright to a strange little town. The heroes are here to look around, look around.
And there we go. That's my little poem.
I particularly like the rhyming of the word town with the word town, Gregomel. I thought that was very, very poetic.
Well, bard in training over here. I've been travelling with a bard for I don't know, what is it, a couple of months now? You're an astute teacher.
Realistically, in game, how long have we known each other? About 3 weeks?
No, I think
got to be more than that.
Yeah, I think it's been.
Well, we're travelling on
6 weeks to 2 months, I reckon.
Yeah, we're travelling in the Cloud Castle for a month, weren't we?
11 days. 11 days.
It's like a month, basically.
Krill wipes a tear from his eye after the poem that Greg's read. If we were to head out tonight to fight this evil, is anyone struggling? Does anyone need time to recover, or are we all pretty good to go?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Gil is with you still. He's not gone away, and he says that. Obviously, he doesn't know who you are. I can see that there's a couple of guys here, and he pointing to Quinch and Krill.
I'm not there.
Oh no, you're outside, aren't you? I can see there's one guy here who looks like he can handle himself, and I suspect the rest of you probably can. The rest of you probably can as well. But I would really rather you didn't go out there tonight. Any business you have with the lords, you can take up with them in the morning, I'm sure.
If I may, I'd like to highlight what the Quinch situation is. So, did he find his way to the toilet? Okay.
Oh God.
Yeah. I mean, you got to the back door. You saw that there was an outhouse 20 foot away, so you just sort of went over to it.
Well, it's poetic that you mentioned the back door. So Quinch rinses out the vial that he's taken with him, and you may or may not want me to roll for this. You may accept that the social exploits and experimentation that Quinch has done over the years have granted him a particular control over his colonic muscles. And he does need to defecate, but what he does first is just, squeezes and contracts his colonic muscles in such a way that he's able to manipulate a very small ball of fecal matter, which he grabs. Is that okay?
I mean,
I
okay,
don't
it's
need
a
you to
strong
roll
word.
whether you can hold your own shit. No.
So he does that. He pops just a small sort of pea-sized dookie into the vial, and then he just passes the defecation as normal, so he's completely empty. And he pisses a small amount of urine into the vial as well.
The toilet attendant is in shock.
He pops his thumb over the top of the vial and gives it a little shake, washes his hands, and then wipes or whatever he needs to do, and then rejoins the group. Where he he grabs a small piece of feta as well, pops that in the vial, and he whispers over to Krill, "Could I just have a small piece of skin from the rotting troll?"
Preferably not.
It's quite important. Do you mind?
I mean, I do, but
just
a bit's just fallen off anyway. So just take that.
He pops that along with a rotten tooth into the vial, creating what will hopefully stew into the antithesis of the perfume.
That's an entire episode on its own.
Cool. Can't wait for that whole bit to get cut out.
Fair enough. So, just to summarise, Quinch has come back into the room. Gil is still with you. And Dabov, have you finished scrawling into the table?
Yeah. Before we leave, can I show Dweezil one of the poems? I have a strong suspicion you'll know which one.
Yep.
Second one down.
You just. So what are you doing? Are you doing it sort of secretly against the group, or are you
on the way out?
How?
I'm just going to sort of say to Dweezil, "Does this mean anything to you?" And just point at it.
Is it written by Catamon Higgins? Does it just say, "I roast you"? Oh.
No.
What I will do. I think.
Fuck the rest of us.
No, I won't. I'll send him just the. Assume you're talking about the second one.
Yes. And maybe the bottom one, just for shits and giggles.
Well, I've already fucking deleted that one, haven't I? The first one I deleted is right at the bottom. Let me send. I'll send the first one, then I'll send the second one. So what I'll say is then, obviously, because you guys haven't necessarily, I don't know what you've actually decided whether you're actually going to go out there tonight to do it or whether you're going to wait till the morning. So I'll sort of put a pin in it somewhat, and let Luke decide when this is pointed out to Dweezil. Yeah.
It's basically as we're leaving the table, I'm going to call him back and just say, and just point.
Yeah. Okay. So what are the rest of you? What is the? So Gil sort of like says something along the lines of, and look, is there anything else you want of me, or can I get off to do whatever else I need to do this evening?
You can get on with things. I mean, do you lock up at any particular time, Gil?
Midnight.
Oh yeah, we'll probably be back by then.
You back?
Mm-hmm.
You're going out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gods have mercy on your soul.
Thank you, and may the force be with you.
And may the odds forever be in your favour.
And my axe.
Fine, keep your secrets.
Yeah, that is. I do just look at Daboff and give him a little perplexed look. But yeah, it's not the first. It's not the first time we've heard something along those lines.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. Did I misidentify the Tressim cheese as feta?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
You did, yeah.
Cheese is sort of your thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah. No, yeah, sorry. I do apologise. Tressim, sorry, carry on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, fine. So Gil wanders off. You're wanting to head out into the.
What? Oh, Nathan, come on.
Yeah,
I'm genuinely asking because I'm a DM. I've prepped for you to do something at night. I've prepped for you to do something in the day. So I just want to know what is our next move collectively as a Dungeons and Dragons playing group.
In the book, right? Because obviously we're playing through Storm King's Thunder, and it tells you loads of things. Does it say at this point, just be a bit of a knob and really make them second guess themselves? Nathan has picked up the book and is double checking.
Yeah,
he's licked his forefinger and his thumb.
Because your skin dries out as you age. So.
Yeah,
I'm getting to that.
No, it don't. I missed that yesterday. I missed that earlier. So that was that's just coincidence. So it does actually say here, be complete knob, make them second guess, make them third guess.
Do the parentheses ever close on that, or
no? Still going.
Damn.
Everything I'm saying is actually in the book right now. Even this bit is in the book right now.
Even this bit.
Not your bit, but this bit,
But
which is weird because I'm then it's almost like it's talking to someone else who's not in the book.
Oh,
So that's weird.
was the vial stuff in the book?
Yes, close parentheses.
it was vile. Yeah. I look at Dweezil and go, it's your choice, big man.
It's not my choice.
Why don't we roll a multifaceted object of some kind?
Why don't we just
allow that to determine?
Why don't we just toss a coin?
Yeah, that works too.
Right.
Coins and desire, as we're known.
Is anybody certain about what we should do? Gregomel, you're the wisest of us.
Well, this is true. I mean, I am pretty full on spell slots. I've only seemed to have used one, if that was some kind of metrics that I could count my spells in.
I have a similar feeling about my own capabilities.
I feel myself able to rage multiple times.
I mean, if we can help this city out by killing whatever's attacking in the evening,
it's a town. You clarified that in your poem.
Should we put it to the vote?
Well, screw you! I didn't see you writing a poem, bard man, did I?
And it's not a city. Well, that's a pity.
But yes, I think we should try and help the townsfolk out and rid them of whatever plagues them in the evenings.
I, for one, vote that we go out.
Yeah, I didn't go on an adventure to sleep. I'll go.
Quinch just sweats. That's all.
The horses come through the door.
Must have been a while.
Sebastian, what do you think?
Oh, he's out in the stables.
I brought him in.
What does Mr. Mosley think?
Did you? Oh, well, he doesn't say anything because he doesn't understand Dweezil.
Sebastian, my good friend Dweezil, has asked what you think.
About what?
About going outside and facing the danger.
Danger, no thank you.
Okay. Krill picks Mr. Mosey up to his ear and goes, yes. You can't say that. Oh, that's horrific. Oh, I mean, if you like, about twice a week. Oh, yeah. I mean, I did once. Right, yeah, understood. Mr. Mosey thinks we should stay, but he's a teddy, so fuck him.
That explains the noises I hear at night, then.
Finally, Sam says the words that I've been thinking for the last 18 months.
Quinch licks his lips.
The taste of sweat. So it sounds like you're going out there.
It does. It really does.
Let's go and deliver this armour. Let's do it.
And with that, krill stands up.
Don't boot the door down.
He stands up.
Don't boot the door down.
He walks towards the door, and he pushes that door and goes, "Lads, come on, let's go." And he trips and then he puts his foot through the door. No. He just holds the door, excited because he didn't want to be inside anyway.
Right.
So you're going out. So Dweezil said there about going to the keep itself. Is that something that you're looking to do, or are you? Yeah, that's your.
How far is the keep? Do we know how far it is?
Oh, it's like 200 yards. Look at the map. It's fine.
You can see.
Yeah.
From where you are, you can see it's probably a couple of hundred. It actually says on there it's about 100 foot.
No. It's
not even that. No. That's about 50 foot.
You know those pubs that have a play area in the garden? It's one of them.
It's got a scale at the bottom, and the scale is literally from the keep to the pub.
Oh,
okay,
then
so it's about 40 foot then.
We can escape
400.
to one or the other if we have to.
240. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it then. Yeah.
I was 400. I'm looking at it thinking that said 100. That's my eyesight that's saying that. Okay, cool. So you make your way to the keep, going around the winding paths, or you get heading as the crow flies.
I think we follow the path because we want to.
Yeah, a bit longer, but yeah.
Yeah, and ideally, if we want to draw any attention, we want to be walking on the paths.
So you make your way through the town. It's still, like I say, it's probably like 10-ish, something like that at this time. Making your way around the pathway, around the houses. As you're coming in a different side at this point, you're sort of seeing the same sort of thing that you saw on the way in. It's just houses that are they're not like decrepit or anything like that. They're not like falling apart by any means, but there's just a general sense that they are just abandoned, for want of a better word. That no one lives there, certainly, and you don't know whether these are actually homes or whether these were lodges that people could stay in. Obviously, Gil said about this being a place that tourists would come and do hunting and stuff. But you make your way past, and eventually you start up the sort of pathway that leads up the hill towards the keep. The keep itself is fairly formidable. It's by no means the biggest building you've seen in, compared to some of the stuff you saw in, say, Yartar and stuff like that. It's nothing on that size of grandeur, but it's by comparison to everything else in this village, it's pretty big. You make your way up this fairly, I wouldn't say it's a steep hill by any means, but you make your way up there. As you're approaching the keep, you can see that it is, just not in a very good condition. It's definitely falling apart. It very much itself looks like no one has lived here for quite some time, or certainly no one that is. No, just no one's been living here necessarily.
Very odd, considering Gil suggested that Amrath does live in this keep as the kind of lord of the town.
So you finally make your way up to the top of the hill, and as you get there, you can see. Actually, I'm just going to open up a little bit more. Obviously, the light at this time of night is starting to slowly fade away. So what you can actually see is not great. You can sort of just make out the keep, the sort of the outside of the keep itself. You can't make out much detail other than the size. And like I say, just a general sense that the keep is not in particularly good condition. To the left of you, you can see what appears to be a barn. And then in front of you is, for want of a better word, a front door. Certainly a door that was big enough to be receiving guests.
It is getting dark. Either Quinch or Gregomel, would you like me to cast light on either Smaug or Hayshit?
That would be most preferable, thank you.
Okay, I will touch touch the tip of Quinch's sword and I will cast light. And I'll say the words because I've not said them for a while. Illumination, jubilation, draw away the night. Let not the pall of darkness furthermore prevent your sight. My touch imbues this article with power from this right to guide you through the black with awe-inspiring light. So Hayshit is now a source of illumination.
And you just, as you say that, you just hear from the distance, lovely poem, write it on a table.
Can I tell which direction the sound came from?
No, that was a joke about the poetry table. Sorry, that's a terrible
Yeah.
joke. Clearly landed very, very well. Carry on.
Just going to wander over to the well. It's a well, isn't it?
It is a well, yes. There's a well between the barn and the
Just have a peek down. Just have a peek down it, if you don't mind.
dry.
Dry. So you can see clear to the bottom.
With your dark sight, yeah. The others probably
anything
wouldn't.
Visible at the bottom?
Just the bucket. You can see the buckets all the way sort of down to the bottom.
Looks back at the gang, throws a thumb like to his side, pointing at the well, and just goes, "Bucket."
Quinch walks over. He thought he might have misheard. Walks over. He does actually peer into the well. Now he can't see down there, but he does get the coin out of his possessions, and he whispers into the coin. This is the unicorn coin. Actually, I don't know if that's significant. Hopefully, this item isn't important. I can get rid of it because I'm about to. He whispers into the coin.
A coin with a unicorn on probably wouldn't have any significance, I would have thought.
Go for it.
Sounds
I mean,
like a bad idea,
whatever you do, don't use one of the 100 teeth that you have just sitting in a bag.
Maybe I will. I might actually. So I've got some marble dust as well. So I'm gonna grab one of the teeth. I'm gonna rub some marble dust on it to sort of evoke some extra power and whisper into the coin. I hope that in this place I find a fantastic new gem. And he throws the coin into the well. And then walks back.
Krill quickly pulls the bucket up where the coin's landed, and fetches it and pockets it.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a tooth,
yes.
yeah, not a coin.
Well, you said a coin when you said fruit.
Yeah, I should have said. Well,
So thank you for the unicorn coin.
No, what I said is irrelevant. What I did.
Yeah. Okay. It was a tooth. You did double check.
I'll have left it then. Don't care for teeth.
I think it's done now, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, you have a tooth of some rotten state.
Oh, this one wasn't rotten. It's marble infused.
I'd be very interested. Do teeth rot anyway on their own after? You know,
I don't.
Yeah, you just eat too many sweets, don't you? Rots your teeth.
No, what, after they're out of your face?
Yeah, that's what I mean. The rest of you, what are you doing?
I'm going to approach the gate. Can you tell me the height of these walls?
The walls. So it's a single story building. The walls are about 10 to 15 foot high. Not particularly huge in terms of height. The door itself is about 10 foot across, near enough, and it takes up most of obviously the front of this building. It's a double door. And there's a large knocker on the front in the shape of a horse.
Oh.
Are we knocking the knocker?
I think so.
All right, we're knocking the knocker.
I think we should knock and shout out Amrath's name as well.
All right. Amaris! Amaris!
Are you going to shout? Is that the name that you're going to shout, Gregomel?
Amris.
Amris.
Amris. Amris was his name, wasn't it?
Amrath, I think.
Oh, well, I'm an OC now, man. Who gives a shit?
Anyway, regardless of whether we give a shot or not, you knock on the door, and you stand there for about a minute or so, and then eventually you start hearing some sort of noise from behind the door.
thank you so much for listening to Dice and Desire. If you were...
Hello.
Quinch, what are you doing here?
I thought I'd help out with the promo.
No, Quint, no, come on. You're just going to talk about random place names that don't exist.
No, I wasn't. I was going to talk to you about my adventures in Valaquanth, the very best that the Tendering Meadows has to offer.
God, if you have to be here, at least read this out.
Okay, what have we got here? Leave us a review on Apple or Podchaser.
Oh, yeah, it was fine. It's pronounced Apple, but that was fine. Now read this bit.
You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Just search Dice and Desire.
I'm actually very surprised that was all pronounced correctly. Thanks, Quinch. Thank you guys for listening. Do exactly as Quinch said and help us out in those various ways. And we look forward to sharing another episode with you very soon.
We're going to give it another go. It's a bit more zing. A bit of zing. Zing. Yeah. Ready? Hello. With a hello. No.
Hello.
Wait till I get through the whole thing. Ready? Hello with a billowing hilltop.
Hello.
Oh dear. Waiting to get through the whole thing. No. I mean,
I thought that was the whole thing.
The whole thing is hello with a billowing hilltop. Okay, that's the whole thing. Yeah?
Okay. That was right.
That pretty much sums up the show. But if you want to find out any more, you can visit us at www.billowinghilltop. Is it com? Does anybody know?
.org.
Is it?
It's .com.
What do we do? What do we play?
There's monsters.
Does anybody remember?
Walking around.
I don't know.
And, yeah.
We will be delighted if you were to join us around our table as we play Dungeons. Is it 5th edition? Hello?
Yeah, we think so.
Yeah. Yes. We play Dungeons and Dragons.
In the background? Sorry, that was me.
What was that noise in the background? There will be noises in the background as we play Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition through the classic Paizo adventure path, The Age of Worms. You can expect this. No! Quite a bit of this.
I'm completely lost.
This. This.
I've got a bugbear in my underpants.
And one of these.
Oh dear.
We're on Apple Podcasts, and we're on Spotify, and we're on TuneIn, and you can find us on Twitter, and you can find us on Facebook. And we hope you join us. Thanks very much.